TV show Gallery presents US mixed media artist, model and freelance photographer Natalia Babi, who has created a splendid portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II in honour of the 60-year anniversary celebration of the Queen's accession to the throne, which all Britannia joyously praises in the year of 2012. The grand opening of the celebration took place on the 2nd of June and continued for days. Such a splendid event in the life of the country was commemorated with reverence. The most outstanding royal regatta that came around on the Thames will be included into the Guinness World Records as the most enormous river procession in the world. The portrait, created by Natalia Babi, is distinctive and has the original name Rosy portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The artist explains her curious concept in the following way. First of all, I wish to compose an exquisite royal portrait reflecting the femininity, spirituality and wisdom of the main representative of the Windsor dynasty, says Natalia Babi. But it is not just a picturesque canvas, it has a fascinating peculiarity, asserts the artist. Elizabeth II loves flowers, nature and beautiful gardens. The Royal Horticultural Society is under her personal patronage. Her Majesty from time to time attends London's Botanic Kew Gardens and the famous flower shows in Chelsea, where to the attention of the royal guest are solemnly presented new grades of beautiful roses. The Queen gives special preference to these flowers, as the rose is the national floral emblem of England, and according to historical traditions is the badge of English royalty. The world-famous Burmese ruby tiara from Elizabeth II's personal jewellery collection was composed by her regal request in the form of a wreath of scarlet roses to resemble the Rose of England. In the portrait, Elizabeth II is surrounded by delicate roses. I would like to add that the rose is considered to be the queen of the flowers. It has been embellished by music and poetry, and has been adored and glorified since ancient times. What makes the portrait so distinctive are the peculiar roses that are appropriately named after the Queen of England herself, the Queen Elizabeth Rose. This magnificent flower was developed and named in the honour of England's beloved monarch to commemorate her coronation on June 2nd, 1953. This rose is considered as one of the most beautiful in the world. Its intertwined branches covered with multiple flowers of noble shape and marvellous pink colour. The whole plant is literally bestrewn with inflorescence that gives the resemblance of a tender pink cloud with a mesmerising aroma, which enraptures the Queen in the painting. The bouquet in her hands as well is skillfully created with classical flowers of the first and finest grandiflora, the Queen Elizabeth Rose. Her Majesty Elizabeth II has always attracted attention as a distinguished figure of our time. Her long-lasting reign made her a unique symbol of the 20th and 21st centuries. Her life is the plot for movies and books. For years, she has been one of the most often depicted persons on the planet. Her personality has been immortalised by many artists and photographers. Everyone had their own perception of the monarch. I am not an exception, narrates Natalia Babi. My inspiration has brought me to create my own particular image of the esteemed Queen in all her spiritual beauty, regal sophistication and elegance. In such a way, the young and gifted artist Natalia Babi describes her creation, the Rosy portrait, which is to honour Her Majesty Elizabeth II and dedicated to the Queen's diamond anniversary, celebration of which became the supreme event of the 21st century. Indeed, what woman would not be delighted with dazzling roses, even if this woman is the Queen of England?